I want to read something from Nigeria's president. He says the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant doesn't reflect our national reality. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective identity and shall always remain so. Nigeria opposes religious persecution and does not encourage it. He says the picture we're getting here is not accurate.
You know, unfortunately, that is completely false. I mean, there are states in Nigeria that have blasphemy laws, people who are facing the death penalty right now for blasphemy against Islam. There's a person currently right now who's held in prison for defending himself from attack from a Muslim militant from the Fulani tribe. He defended himself, and he's facing the death penalty. So, no, there's serious persecution happening in Nigeria. I know the president, Tinubu, is in a difficult position in trying to protect his interests there in that country, but they are complicit in this to one degree or another with statements like this.
Now, if a foreign country will come and kill them, and this foreign country will make the mistake of saying, I'm going to protect a certain thing, automatically their psyche is that certain thing that you are trying to protect is my enemy. And look how, and you see Nigerians, the Muslims in Nigeria, whether they are victims or whatever it is, they wouldn't allow a criminal country like.
Let me stay with you.
No, wait. They wouldn't allow America to come in here and do any military. What happened with what happened is when French
exposes many things about Nigeria. How can you be trying to judge somebody with a law that does not exist? Where is it on? I say allow Nnamdi Kanu to read it out with a microphone. Make so many, in fact, impacts in this struggle. So, and I believe that Finnish government they are now themselves want to do the needful. Because why they hold the man and why they jail the man, the purpose and the dream was not achieved. So what is the essence?
But Ngozi continues to argue that the Finnish government and the Nigerian government are playing games with this Simon Ekpa's issue. What do you think could be? Is it because of what? Just like what everybody know? Is it because of the contract, or is it because of allegedly because of the oil that has been promised to them? Why do you think that according to Ngozi, I said there are a lot of evidence to see that Simon Ekpa is not the cause of the problem or the security currently ravaging Nigeria?
If they not tell you, say you no go know.
So Finland should be seeing what's happening.
Finnish government knows what they are doing. They are criminal nation. They are terrorist nation, and they should be regarded and treated as one. Yes, you cannot partner with them. See, look at evidence every corner, and then let them look at it. Ever since they hold this man, I've been saying that they are complaining. They even accuse this man of does he stop? That should be the question. Does he stop? And if it didn't stop, that means the man is innocent. That means the man is not the one doing it. But people, just because of the contract, do you know that the Nigeria have given them another contract? Just to make sure that that Simon Ekpa, they did not free him. Look at the game they are playing with Nnamdi Kanu. And people, they are still busy killing people. Even as Donald Trump is still giving warning. So tell me, how do Nigeria stand to defend it? And moreover, the so-called Mr. President is not doing anything, neither is he saying anything. He's not doing it because, my brother, I believe in action. Which action did he take? And I demand that you say, okay, he says Sidious Musa is not working. You remove Sidious Musa, you put your brother. The man that you put there now, wait, what is the action? Where is the action? Because I still watch these people, Iswab the other day, they are parading, doing what they are doing. Even to the point that yesterday that they killed this commander. What is still holding Nigeria for army not to act? A woman made a confession 2 days ago. Do you know her confession? She said right there in their home that these militias, terrorists appeared. They came in mass with their guns and they started shooting disturbing everybody in the society. So which they try to, she don't manage. Everybody just managed to escape. She managed at the end of the day, escape with her children, leaving the husband, which at the end of the day, do you know that they later come back the next day to set the whole buildings, to set every villages ablaze, which resulted to the death of her husband. As we speak now, Plateau State, Benue State is zero. Is zero. They have shut down churches. They have closed down schools. The woman even confessed that the mosque that did not burn down mosques, it was only worshiping center of the Christians. It's a place that they burn down and they make sure that they brought everything down, and schools. But they allow only the Muslim their mosques to remain there. That is the country we are in. And some persons will come out and say such a thing is not happening in Nigeria. No genocide against Christians. Because of their what? The ideology of Islamizing Nigeria. Yes. Ideology of Islamizing Nigeria. And that's just it.
But we reported that Finland have dropped from the top the top 10 country with the fewest freedom. In every particular country, they were top 10. I think they were second before. I think
they have to drop because they have joined the criminal nations. They have joined terrorist nations. They have started doing what they don't supposed to do, or what people do. Ekpa case now is no other case now. It's only some Ekpa case. That is what have reduced Finland from where they were before, and that is why it's not good. Take a look at the cases that is going on. How is it going? And the more you are supporting evil, the more you are getting darker. Yes. The more you are close to darkness, the more your color changes. The more your mentality changes. The more everything about you changes. Psychologically and mentally is what I am telling you. You see, now they were called either number 1, number 2 before. But now go and check it. They are not up to 1 to 10. That is to tell you that Alexandra Stubb have actually welcomed darkness into Finnish government in order to finish them. So Alexandra Stubb should be regarded as a terrorist president. Yes, because if it's not, he wouldn't have been supporting the illegality that is going on, the false accusation against our man. And regardless of what is going on in Nigeria, where everything is too open like this, yet you are still siding because of the contracts, because of the oil money. Just the same game that Omotosho want to play, which they are now warning him. But I'm hearing a rumor, although I have said it, that on the 20th of this month, that Omotosho have 3 things to do. Either he run away from the case, or he discharge and acquit, or he do what he postponed it. These are the 3 things that will play on the 20th. Because I heard it, but I just see it as a rumor that he have already thrown the towel. He has quit already before the. He has thrown the towel. Yeah, I have thrown the towel, but I want to confirm it. You understand? So, my beloved brother, we are on the top of the game. On top of the game.
But Gumi is saying, as at one time, Gumi and Ekpa, they had a tussle where Gumi was saying that what, he said at the arrival of American army in Nigeria, we even provoke this bandit to kill more Christians. He said, America coming will not solve anything. But we've seen various pastors of Nigeria coming out to finally support the invasion of Nigeria army in Nigeria, for them to even, get a military base in Nigeria. What's your take as regards Gumi saying this? Yeah. Should the American government and the Nigerian government not call this guy and ask this guy what to know about this banditry business in Nigeria?
See, let me tell you, Gumi knows he's a businessman. He's using them to run business. Remember, he's the chief negotiator. You understand? Negotiating between Nigeria and the criminals. So when they collect, he go and share with them. Imagine a country whereby a bandit, a terrorist is holding a wedding. You see people embracing it in a very large occasion. And we have army watching them. That means Nigeria is finished. So the Americans should come, and I know, according to what I saw in Twitter, that the way they're planning, if America should come, that they will manage themselves, divide themselves. Some will go to eastern part, while some so that America will not, ravage them all. Then they will use advantage to enter and kill the eastern people. You understand? But they don't know that the men on the ground is already know this. Information reaching that I see what they are planning. Men on the ground waited. That's why they are busy calling on Donald Trump. But there is another thing I want you to understand that these people don't know. When Donald Trump talks, let them take a look at what happened in Iran. They did not fight Iran. Israel didn't fight Iran. Do you understand? They only focus on the bad guys. But Iran was just busy sending to cause them havoc, cause them. But they themselves are specifically on a target and which they successfully succeed. So if America were to come today to fight, definitely wherever they are, they will pick them. If they like, let them divide into 4 places. If they like, let them divide into 20. They will be picked in their various places. You understand? They will not escape it. And that is it. Another thing about Sheikh Gumi is this. Because Nigeria is not working, that is why Sheikh Gumi is still having mouth to talk. Because Sheikh Gumi is supposed to be serving 100 years imprisonment by now. If Nigeria is a country that is working. But because it's not working, that is why Gumi is still ranting. Because he was part of the people who negotiated to bring these people from Niger, Mali, Senegal, and what have you, to come them in order to destabilize Jonathan government. Believing that Jonathan is going to fight during the election. You understand? You understand? So that they will use war, which Ekiti was one of the states that they use in carrying out their training outfit. Do you understand? So which at the end of the day, Jonathan, with by God's grace, turned them down. And these are the reason why they stand today saying Nigeria refused to pay them, that they are fighting for their rights. Yes, now because they invited them, they use Mighty Allah to go and organize them, carry them. I said they use Mighty Allah under Muhammadu Buhari. That was why when they were asked to leave, have you forgotten there was a time when Buhari was in power? Buhari, they were asking them to leave Nigeria. And they insisted that they are not going. You forgot that they should need to pay them money. That they brought them here. But it's not something, I'm saying something that is not clear. I'm saying what is clear. And they are giving them money. But the money was not enough for them. They use it to acquire more because they were promised that Nigeria is their homeland. So they want to take their homeland. But it is good, let them take their homeland in the north. And stay in that north.
Is that why the Christians are suffering then?
Because those ones over there welcome them. Is it not the Fulanis that welcome the outside that welcome them in the name of Islam and the Islamic this thing welcome them too? You understand? So they are Islamic and Islam they take and they decided to portray their own other side of them. So let them face it there. You understand? So that is their own cup of tea. My own is that Biafra should go. That's just a free Mazen Namdekano and free Simon Ekpan and let Biafra go their own way. Anything that they like, let Nigeria do. So you see why Finnish government, you understand, Sheikh Gumi and the likes of them, you see why Finnish government decided to do the needful, so that they themselves will not be included in the list. Just the same way Kenya want to withdraw their head. Do you understand? Take a look at. I say what happened in the court in Nigeria on the 7th of this very month exposes many things about Nigeria. To God, it's a good idea. When I told you people that Simon Ekman filed a case against Finland and into appeal court regarding to quack judge that they brought into the system to pass a quack and a fake judgment, just the same way Omotosho is trying to use a law that does not exist in the case of Mazen Namdekano here in Nigeria. So the Sam Passy, or what is his name, Sam Passa, passed the stupid judgment against Mazen Simon Ekman. And the case filed, he has filed a case suit against him, you understand, in appeal court, which they have been dribbling and been playing a game with it ever since. He made a confession that he did not make any concrete verification before passing on a judgment. So a day is coming and that day has finally come. And they gave them about 3-4 months for them to fight the case. And which today you can see it, and I thank God, because I wonder when I saw it, I was like, why is the appeal court now picking the case up now, giving time to hear Simon Ekpa, not knowing that the congressmen from the United States of America sued them. You understand? Not knowing that they filed a case against the Finnish government court regarding to their judgment in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember that IPOB already said that they are going to do what? Sue Finnish government in IT, you know, over that case, over that judgment against Simon Ekpa. You know, I know, and you know, Ngozi Orabeze based in US, you know, and they have she have this influence in that Congress, you know. So I believe that she's using her influence to gain the ground of all this, because she says she will not give up. She will fight until justice prevail. And just as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have already earlier said that that is going to use truth to conquer Nigeria. You understand? Which everything is showing up now. You can see it, and you agree with me that true, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is using truth against Nigeria, and IPOB, Ngozi Orabeze and co. are using the constitutional rights, you know, and their influence and the Congress support to do what? To pave way for Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I am very, very happy for this news, because this time around, Laiti, Finland, the appeal court will definitely give audience to our brother, our leader, one of our second leader in this struggle. No other person than Simon Ekpa after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So definitely, as they pay the attention when he appears, definitely based on what is already on the ground now, you see somebody is the one responsible for the kidnapping that is going on in Nigeria, and now he's in jail. Abi, you pronounce him 6 years. Now he's in jail. Abi, not in court again. Court have concluded. Now he's in jail. Did the killing and kidnapping stop? To the point that the commanders of Nigeria armies, I mentioned General Mba, Google it now, they have killed him. Who are the people that killed him? Terrorists in Nigeria. The jihadists. They killed him. Commander Mba now is dead as I speak to you. In active work, they killed him. ISWAP group. They killed him. They invaded their destiny and killed him.
What did happen in Borno?
Is Angola whatsoever they call their name. You know, I don't know how to pronounce that their language this thing. I stand you what happened. No. Google it and confirm if I'm lying. You understand? And I've been waiting to see the chief of defense to carry army to visit both Borno, Zamfara, Katsina, and Co. to go house to house to pick young youths. Just the same way they did in Aba. When 4 soldiers were killed one certain time in the east, they were visiting house to house under the watch of Sidious Musa, kidnapping our youths. I've been waiting for them to do that against these Fulanis. I've not seen it. So it is the high time, because when this thing happened, they thought that other countries are not watching. People are watching and they are hearing it. So I believe that is the reason why Finnish government have decided now to do the right thing and to do the needful. Because there is this serious, every confirmed evidence that is going on now. Viral videos. There is one platoon man, one platoon pastor who has vowed. Dakomo, yeah, God bless you, Ezekiel Dakomo. He vowed that if you watch, he said he witnessed 501 people being killed at a spot in Plateau State by these people. And the same set of people are telling other countries that nothing of such happened. So you see why Finnish government, you understand, Shoigumi and the likes of them, you see why Finnish government decided to do the needful, so that they themselves will not be included in the list. Just the same way Kenya want to withdraw their head. Do you understand? Look, okay, take a look at. I say what happened in the court in Nigeria on the 7th of this very month.
Do you know what Ikenga is doing? This is something others are into, and they have never been out of it. Go and ask Ijele. Ijele, a human trafficker. IPOB made sure they stop it. He cannot destroy our daughters and bring them to Turkey, from Libya to Turkey he started from Libya. He went to Turkey, started the same thing, human trafficking. He even joined IPOB to hide into IPOB. and be doing his trafficking. And the IPOB made sure he stopped it. He didn't stop it. We forced him down to the east. Right? We forced him down to the east. And the government will now approach you. That is the worst part of it, and say, if you don't want to be arrested as an IPOB member, you have to intensify, you have to show us your hatred on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and intensify your attack direct on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's the only price you can pay. They will not give you money. Some people say, a government is paying you. It's not pay. You are paying to save yourself. Just like Uchemefa. This contract is something you enter. They will not be paying you. You are doing it for your safety. When you start it, they will tell you, challenging Nnamdi Kanu, attack him. It is the only proof you can give to government that you are no longer with him. You know, when you was with him, you made achievements with IPOB, isn't it? So you must have to destroy those achievements you made when you was in IPOB. That is the only thing that can convince the government. So their energy will increase. That's the job Uchemefa is into. That is what George Onibo is doing that have made him a madman. What is he doing? If you want to be free from arrest, we know what you did. You know you are a broadcaster of Radio Biafra. We know you. You are not safe. We will arrest you. We don't care if you are expelled. So you must intensify your attack on IPOB and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Show us how you hate Nnamdi Kanu. And that person will start. And when you do it and tell them, I think I have done enough, they will say, no, it is the government that will tell you have done enough. So you will continue. It is a journey of non-stopping. It is a journey of no return. That's what they told the Ken Guru Agu. Now that Ifeanyi Ubah have disappointed you through death, and you are no longer in IPOB, do you think you are safe to return to Nigeria? No, you are not safe. So you must do what others are doing so that you can be freely coming home and going back. If not, government is seeing you as IPOB. So he can't get hooked up. He tried to pretend no way. He tried to pretend no way. They told him you must attack Nnamdi Kanu openly. And you can see him now attacking Nnamdi Kanu. Not because he is saying truth. No, he is doing it for his safety. He is doing it so that he can come back home. That is the danger of being expelled from IPOB. You now become the target of the government, and they will condition you on how to live your life. Immediately you show yourself with IPOB. If you are no longer with IPOB, you now become an instrument to be controlled at will by the government and the enemies. You have no option. You must try to save yourself by attacking Nnamdi Kanu. You must defend yourself. You must try to give yourself security by attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is a job. It is a journey of no return, which we knew that so many people are into, knowingly and unknowingly, willingly and unwillingly. That is the fact. We know what they are doing. They are not doing it. If you see Ken Guru Agu jumping up and telling you, hey, Nnamdi Kanu is this, Nnamdi Kanu is that, he's trying to entice the enemy. They told him, destroy your achievement. You must destroy your achievement in IPOB because before we will accept. Are you not a broadcaster? Did you not talk against the Nigerian government? You are the same. So you must attack IPOB. So that is what they are doing. Look at their faces. They are not comfortable. They are not getting anything from government. It is just a price to pay for your safety. Having worked with IPOB. Ijele is doing it. All of them is doing it. Blessed Dom in Germany, she's doing it. Everybody is doing it. If you identify with IPOB, both home and abroad, in order to show government you are no longer with them, you have to attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu direct. Not only IPOB. You can even leave IPOB and attack Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what Ikenga is doing.
Government, this is at your doorstep. Bandits are now saying that you are the ones using them. And we've also seen allegations against government officials. Mm-hmm. We've also seen government officials do photo op with bandits. Right. We've also had government officials being mentioned. Right. Government, if you love this country, release the list of the terrorist financiers that was released in Dubai.
All right. Our armed bandits in Katsina State have made stunning allegations claiming the Nigerian government orchestrated their criminal activities only now decided to call for peace during a peace meeting between Batagwawa and Karachinchi communities held on Saturday. One of the bandits declared they have stopped attacks following government intervention. The bandit spokesperson stated in a now viral video, and I quote, "It was the government that wanted us to engage in banditry, but now it has called us and told us to stop." He alleged that despite 2 months of attempts to initiate peace talks, authorities only located them when they genuinely decided to engage. The armed group insisted that peaceful coexistence depends entirely on Nigerian leaders, stating, "If you want to cry, don't cry with us, the terrorists, but cry with your government, for they are the ones who made us do what we have been doing." I mean, this is really, really alarming, Rufai. The allegations raise serious questions about the relationship between criminal networks and state actors, echoing long-standing suspicions about complicity in Nigeria's worsening insecurity. Rufai, your thoughts, and also I'd like your thoughts on the two stories as well, just to put them all together before we take this one.
Real quickly, see, Oji, in a country where bandits can pick up a mic and say this in a public space, when did they say this? What has been the reaction of the government to it? You see, that's why I said a lot of the problems our government can solve if we are ready. And this attempt to make it be about Christians and Muslims is never true. My Muslim brothers, my Christian brothers, we are all one, united. Our adversaries are those that are using insecurity to hurt all of us. Let's not fall to their propaganda. Christians, Muslims, can't you see they've started again? They've started using our heads to knock each other. Christians, Muslims, can't you see that they're not talking about the killings of all of us as Nigerians? They are talking about us against each other. Christians, Muslims, we need to be united. Just like we all prayed together and we stood united during NSAS. We serve one God, the living God. Do not allow these actors to pit Christians against Muslims. Our adversary is the insecurity. I'm happy that Reverend Ayab is speaking up against this. So, during the data, although because I'm not seeing the primary data that Beacon Security had, but doesn't his data even justify the allegations of genocide? Mm-hmm. Genocide, when you go back to Lepkin's definition of genocide, it talks about intent to clear out, the cultural antecedents, physical assault and brutality. Mm-hmm. Over 100 churches. Doesn't it talk about it? And so when government was saying 81% reduction, but Beacon Security is saying there's been an increase. What terrorism index is saying Nigeria is now number 6 from the position of number 8 it was in 2023. Isn't it time for us to look inward? So government, this is at your doorstep. Terror bandits are now saying that you are the ones using them. And we've also seen allegations against government officials. Mm-hmm. We've also seen government officials do photo op with bandits. Right. We've also had government officials being mentioned. Right. Government, if you love this country, release the list of the terrorist financiers that was released in Dubai.
All right.
And let justice and the killing end.
All right. Well, before I come to you, meanwhile, U.S. Congressman Riley Moore of West Virginia, who has been one of the leading voices in the American government's allegations of a Christian genocide, appeared on Fox News telling the public not to test President Trump's resolve on the issue. Moore stated that Trump is very serious about the issue and that Nigeria should instead use this moment as an opportunity to build a stronger relationship with the United States. Let's take a look.
Said this multiple times, do not test this president's resolve. He is very serious about this. And I do want to highlight something that I've been saying constantly here, that this is actually an opportunity for the Nigerians to strengthen and deepen their relationship with the United States, where we could actually do some enhanced partnership capacity building with them to counter this terrorist threat that they have just spreading across their country. So I'm asking Nigeria, do the right thing here. Partner with the United States, help us protect the Christians in your country, and we will help you. This doesn't have to be all sticks. It can also be carrots here. Or we do have these kinetic military options on the table, which the president has made very clear he will consider.
This is the point, Ayo. Well, Moore's comments in this interview appear to reflect a change in tone from the more aggressive rhetoric the public initially heard from President Trump and his threats to go into Nigeria guns a-blazing. The congressman has suggested that cooperation might be possible for both countries to strengthen their relationship with one another. And this is what I have been preaching on this table. Are you a quick sum up, and then we'll take our mouths.
All right, so the video with the bandits just justifies what I said earlier about the government knowing who these terrorist financiers are. They know who the people who are behind them, and they can go after them if they have the political will. Now, this is where the U.S. comes. Yes, we can argue about whether or not the U.S. has Nigeria's best interest at heart, but that tweet or that ex-post by Donald Trump has changed the trajectory of things for Nigeria. We're at least now talking about insecurity. It's now on the front burner more than it's ever been, at least in recent times. And so for that reason alone, I am happy for that ex-post. Now, going back to the advice by Pastor Deboye saying that let's diplomatically have conversations with the United States and show with evidence that we can handle this issue. But can we have partnership in terms of support? The best way that America can help Nigerian Christians or Nigeria as a whole to tackle insecurity is to work with the government, because whether or not America cannot situate its boots on ground forever, they will have to go back. So can they empower or work in synergy? So from intelligence, what they're saying is that let us be aware of the date you're coming, if you're coming, when you're coming at all. Work with the Nigerian security apparatus, because at the end of the day, whatever is left in terms of mopping up the rest of what they've done, it's the Nigerian army that will do that. And so the Nigerian army has to be empowered, equipped in collaboration with the United States to ensure that we tackle insecurity. We have the solution. Let's work in hand with another power that has even better capacity to handle this issue.
Yes, I mean, the government has shown, the Nigerian government has shown that they have a listening ear, right? I mean, I know that they are listening at this point. What we need is a collaboration, and I will keep emphasizing that the best that I can.